Today, I will be going over the best charm loadouts in Dig for every single category. Anyways, let's get right into it. Alright guys, before I start the video, I just want to say we are so close to 1,000 subscribers. I believe at the time that I'm recording this, we're at 970, I believe. Guys, I really appreciate the support. Once we hit 1,000 subs, I'm doing a crazy giveaway with all of these passes here. As you can see down at the bottom, going to be doing a giveaway. Make sure to join the Discord below if you want to be a part of this. The giveaway will be up for a decent amount of time. But yeah, once we hit 1,000 subs, guys, this is going to be out. So during the time that I'm recording this, maybe we already hit 1,000, maybe we didn't. But if we did, make sure to check the Discord. There will be a giveaway down there for a lot of these game passes that you guys are able to win. But anyways, let's get right into the video. All right, guys, so I'm going to be going over 3 different categories of charms here. So basically, we have my strength build, we have my luck build, and we have my boss build. So I'm going to be going in specific detail for every single kind of this build, showing you where to get every single item and just how to maximize your strength, luck, and just boss build loadouts to best suit like you playing Dig just in general. Alright guys, now for my first build, we have my strength build, and I know that I do have the domino crown, so I'm going to try to show you kind of something you could switch out for that. But if you do have the domino crown, I would highly recommend using this. You get around, I believe it is, yeah, you get really good strength on this. I know that I only have A tier on my strength, but I do 3-shot if I do dig on rocks with the starfire shovel, so that's why I'm using this. I also really like the luck on this. It gives me a little bit boost of luck, which I know this isn't a luck build, but these kind of do help with just overall general just luck, so that does help out a lot. But guys, if you do not want to use the domino crown and you don't have it, I would highly recommend either using energy apparatus or the imp horns. Now the imp horns are pretty easy to get SS tier on because it's only one pipe or whatever, so it does make your loadout very beneficial just because of this little buff as well. But I highly recommend using this if you do not have the crown. But yeah, and then guys, for ice picks, not sure if you guys know, but you can find it in Mount Cinder. For those of you that do not know, you have to 100% your bestiary, or your journal in Mount Cinder to be able to obtain the ice picks. Now they have some really good stats on them. As you can see here, they do have number stats. If I could quickly pull them up. All right guys, now as you can see here, they do have number stats, which number stats are probably one of the best things that you want to be focusing on, just due to the fact that for like a percentages would be like 0.12 plus 0.12 if it was a whole number. But because you just want to be focusing on whole numbers, that's kind of the sum that I'm trying to get into this. So just focus on the ice pick. You want to make it the best that you can. This isn't that good, to be honest. I can make it better, but I'm not willing to spend that much money on it because, I mean, this is all right and I already 3-shot with it. But I would recommend using the ice picks for any strength build that you are running. All right guys, now for the cauldron hat, this is a very good necessity that you need. You can find it from the traveling merchant, which spawns anywhere. If you do not know that, he will randomly spawn. It's pretty easy to get because it does have a pretty high chance of spawning in the traveling merchant, which, as you can see on my screen right there, we have a traveling merchant over there. I'm not really going to take you over there, but I think you guys have an idea of where you can find the traveling merchant. But yeah, anyways, for the cauldron hat, you have a really good buff here, which this probably makes it the best kind of strength item in the game. It says strength buffs and enchants are 20% more effective. You also have an extra 16% strength, and you have haste. Walk speed doesn't really matter. That's why my walk speed is like not anything crazy, because these are the ones that matter the most. But yeah, all right guys, and that's gonna be my strength build. I mean, let me know down in the comments if you think anything should be fixed on this. But yeah, let's get into the luck build next. All right guys, now for the luck build, you're probably a little bit confused on like why I'm not using Fuzzball's foot. Now I'm gonna be honest with you here. Fuzzball's foot, it's a little bit better than Solstice Bell in my opinion. And the reason I'm not trying to get anything crazy on Fuzzball's foot is because it actually costs a lot of money to reroll, which if you do not know how to reroll, it's going to be in the bank. You have to buy a Charm Chiseler for 25k, and it's in Foxtown if you do not know how to reroll. But basically, the reason I don't have Fuzzball's foot on my kind of loadout here is because of how much it costs to reroll and how many pipes it has. It has 3 different pipes, which makes it really good if you do manage to get really good just stats on it. But I would just recommend using Solstice Spells if you're not willing to spend that money. Now, Solstice Spells are a really good extra option. Like, as you can see here, they still get some pretty good luck. So that's why I'm running the Solstice Spell. And I don't even have it maxed out myself. I mean, I'm just keeping it like this because, yeah, why not? I'm not trying to spend that much money, but it is a lot cheaper. It only costs 550, which is way better than the Fuzzball Foot. But yeah, and then for the Fuzzball Foot as well, you can get it from the Fuzzball Boss, if you guys do not know that. he has I believe is 15% chance of dropping, which is pretty difficult to get. I only have 2 myself, and I fought a lot of fuzzballs, but yeah. All right, guys, then again, I'm also using the Domino Crown. I mean, I feel like it's an overall just really good item, and this gives me an extra 31 luck, so of course I'm gonna have to add this in here. Plus, the Domino Crown just looks amazing. I feel like I can't have it, and plus you get the 350x easier chromatics, which helps out a ton. But yeah, this is kind of going to be my luck loadout. Nothing too crazy. But if you do want to switch the Domino Crown, I would recommend using probably another Solstice spell in my opinion. But again, let me know down in the comments if you guys think that this should be switched up a little bit or what your kind of loadout is in the comments. All right, guys, now lastly for the boss loadout, I mean, this is kind of obvious, but again, they recently added boss apparatus, which if you did not know, you can get them from the traveling merchant. And I'm going to quickly go down to where they are. They actually give some crazy good stats here. Now, you kind of just want to get them all on SSS, I would say, because compared to the radioactive horns, which you can get from the molten boss, it is better, the boss apparatus. Like, as you can see here, this gives me around just 20 boss damage, and compared to the energy apparatus, I think I get around 21 with this, and I get around 22 with this, so it's a tad bit better, which does make it pretty useful. But yeah, I would recommend using boss apparatus. It didn't take me that long to get anything crazy on this for some reason. It only costs 1,200, which isn't too much, but I'd highly recommend just using this just because it's an overall really good item to use in your boss build loadout. All right, guys, now as you can see, I also have the ninja headband. Now, if you do not have the Beast Slayer shovel, I don't really recommend using the ninja headband. I would be using another boss apparatus, but the reason I'm using it is because if I use it with the headband, I get an extra 25 boss damage, 2 haste, and 1 control. So that's the reason why I'm using this ninja headband. Which, if you guys are confused why, or if you're not using it, I would highly recommend using it if you do have the Beast Slayer. 25 extra damage, guys, that's really good. So that does help you out a ton. But yeah, that's kind of just going to be my boss build. Nothing too crazy. It's pretty average, but yeah. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. This video was pretty short. Not really anything crazy about charm loadouts. It was just kind of showcasing my charm loadouts and what I believe is the best loadout just for your overall like build in general. But yeah, I would highly recommend using that loadout. Again, let me know down in the comments if you guys think I should be switching any sort of loadout. And again, thank you for all the support. I appreciate it. And yeah, peace out.